Hello students, welcome to today's session. In today's session we are going to discuss the new chapter called as queues. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to discuss the new data structure called as queues. So now what is the new data structure which is queue means? Queue is a non-primitive linear data structure. So as the name says non-primitive, it is not directly accessed by your or directly operated by your machine level instruction. So that is why it is called as non-primitive. And it is linear data structure. That is nothing but the data will be stored in a sequential order, so which is nothing but linear data structure. So it is, and in the example of previous example we have discussed stack. So where stack is a data structure, or it is also a linear data structure, where insertion and deletion of the elements are done at the same end, which is called as top. But in this data structure, insertion of element is done at one end and deletion is done at the other end. Okay. So how that is represented is represented something like this. If we consider the array, so we have two pointers called as rear and one pointer called as front. So where rear is used for insertion and front is used for deletion. You can imagine just any queue, like when you're standing in a ticket counter, you're standing in a queue. So the person who enters first in the queue will be coming out of the queue first. So this data structure queue will be working in the form of first in, first out. The element which is inserted first should be coming out first or should be deleted first. So this type of data structure will be using two pointers, where one pointer will be used for insertion, the other pointer will be used for deletion. Now how it works, it will work in the form of first in, first out. That represents if an element is inserted at the first, or whichever element is inserted first will be coming out first. So whereas our stack was working in the form of a last in, first out. Whichever element was inserted at the last will be coming out first, which is LIFO. So insertion is done by a pointer called as rear and deletion is done by a pointer called as front. Now this is a simple representation of that queue, which is called as simple queue. So our insertion will consider it as NQ. The insertion operation is called as NQ and deletion operation is called as DQ. So as the element inserts, it is going to be inserted from the rear end and it will be deleted from the front end. Okay, so we'll see with an example how this is done, where we'll be taking 5 elements and as we discussed in the stack, we'll be using static representation here. So whenever you are using static representation, we'll be using the concept of arrays. Now, so what are the basic things that you need to understand while you're learning about queue? So rear pointer is used for insertion, as we discussed. Front pointer is used for deletion. So maximum is a pointer or a variable that represents the length of the static queue. So as we know, when you are using array, the size will be fixed. The size of the array will be fixed. It cannot be changed during the execution of the program. Similarly, the queue size is also fixed with a variable called as max, which will be representing the maximum number of elements that you can store onto the queue. And initially, rear will be -1 and front will be -1. What this -1 represents is when the queue is completely empty, there is no element in the queue. When there is no element in the queue, so then a rear pointer will be pointing to -1 and front pointer will be pointing to -1. This is similar to that of how we discussed about our stack, where stack will be empty when the top pointer is pointing to -1. Now, coming to the procedure, so how the steps are going to be followed. So, as a new element is inserted or as the first element is inserted, before the first element is inserted, as we discussed, rear pointer and front pointer both will be equal to -1. So, as I insert the first element, both rear pointer and front pointer will be changed to 0. The value of rear and the value of front pointer will be changed to 0. And later, each and every time you insert an element, a rear pointer will be incremented, and so until it is full. Similarly, each and every time an element is deleted, the front pointer will be incremented until it is empty. How to check whether a queue is empty? If the front pointer is greater than rar, or if front pointer equals to -1. In this case, I can use both of the conditions. I can use front if front is greater than a rar, or front equals to -1. In that case, we can say queue is empty. When queue will be full? Queue will be full when uh, say the front pointer will be equal to 0 and rar equal to max -1, or you can also represent if both these conditions are satisfied. If both these conditions are satisfied, that is when front pointer is at the 0th position and rar pointer is at the max -1 position. In that case, the queue will be full. Now we have a simple animation here. Now here I'm going to just represent first front will be equal to 0 and rar equal to -1. So when both are equal to -1, so you can see the image here. We are inserting the element. As we insert, the rar pointer will be incremented. As we delete, front pointer will be incremented. Okay. So in this image, we can see first front equals to rar equals to -1 at the initial stage. So once I insert the first element, both will be pointed to 0. Okay. Now we are deleting the element from the queue. Again, if you observe, front equals to 0, rar equals to -1 at the initial condition when it is empty. First element, both will be made to 0. And as I increment the element, rar will be incremented to 5. As I delete the element, front will be incremented. So once all the elements are deleted, again we'll move back to rar equals to -1 and front equals to -1. So hope you understood the concept of queue. So I'll stop the session here. In the next session, we are going to discuss the next topic. Thank you.